You're about to get bitten by a deadly snake. The good news is you get to choose which one. The bad news is you have to choose right now, and you don't know what any of them actually do to you. Lucky for you, I'm here as your death consultant, so you can make an informed decision. Let's start with our premium option, the coral snake, aka the Tesla of snake deaths. When it strikes, it does so with such insane speed that not even Mike Tyson in his prime could dodge in. After the bite, you start to feel absolutely nothing. No pain or burning at all. You think it's just a kiss and carry on with your day like nothing happened, going through your usual parade of boredom. But deep inside, the venom settles in and takes a slow stroll through your bloodstream, giving you just enough time to finish your entire to-do list. So far, nothing feels wrong, but after about 12 hours, the symptoms start kicking in. Your eyelids begin to feel heavy, giving you that always annoyed look. Soon, your face muscles begin to quit their jobs one by one. Smiling becomes awkwardly difficult, and talking clearly turns into a challenge. Even swallowing your own saliva becomes tricky business. Once it's done with your face muscles, the paralysis takes the scenic route downward. Your arms get heavier until they stop working completely, then your legs follow, and just like that, your whole body gives up and drops you straight to the floor. Imagine you can't scream for help and you can't even walk to the hospital. You're completely paralyzed, lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling, remembering you haven't cleared your Chrome history. But the best part is yet to come. The paralysis moves up to your chest muscles, making breathing about as easy as explaining cryptocurrency to your grandparents. You start suffocating little by little while your brain stays online to enjoy every second of not breathing. And that's exactly the best part, because you're wide awake and fully conscious, observing helplessly as your body slowly quits on you. As your breathing muscles become completely paralyzed, the oxygen in your blood starts running low, so your organs don't get enough to work right and begin shutting down one by one, including your brain. That's when you lose consciousness for a short while, until your heart stops too, effectively logging you out of existence. As you can see, the coral snake's venom is really good at messing with the nervous system. It's the perfect choice if you have a busy schedule and need to get things done before leaving this world. You get plenty of time to cancel subscriptions and unfollow your ex. And give that bank card to someone who won't waste it on takeout. But despite that, it still gets a 1-star rating, mainly because it's terrible at finishing the job. In fact, most people who deal with it actually survive, since it's kind enough to give them just enough time to reach a hospital. Unless they mistake it for a kiss. But maybe you're thinking, that's too gentle for your taste. Maybe you want something with a bit more personality. Let me hit you with an even crazier option. Russell's Viper. For those who find suffocation too pedestrian. Once it spots you and decides you're worth the attention, it switches from calm to turbo mode in half a second, and throws itself at you like you just insulted its mother. You feel a slight sting at first, and you might just carry on like nothing happened. But after about 5 minutes, things start to get spicy. The bite area begins puffing up. You feel this growing warmth spreading from the spot, and the pain starts to intensify. Then your skin decides to get creative. It slowly goes dark red around the bite area, and purple spots start to appear. This happens because the venom breaks down tiny blood vessels, causing internal bleeding under the skin, giving you that cool tattoo you never asked for. The pain doesn't stay put either. It's got wanderlust and starts exploring your muscles and joints. Your whole body starts to hurt, and it's a feeling no one would ever wish to experience. Oh. You start getting tattoos all over the place. That means the venom has officially gone on a world tour inside your body, causing internal bleeding everywhere, basically turning you into a walking bruise masterpiece. Your blood, normally a responsible adult that clots and heals and keeps you alive, suddenly forgets how to do all that. You start bleeding from places that definitely weren't on the agenda. Gums, nose, eyes, belly button. Basically, every opening your body's gone, even possibly inside your intestines or bladder. Your pee comes out without asking, and it's got this red color. Soon after, you start vomiting stuff that looks like coffee grounds because of that internal bleeding. And just when you think it can't get worse, the venom starts messing with your nerves. Muscles stop cooperating. Your fingers don't move the way you want them to. Your hands feel strange, clumsy, confused, maybe a little offended. Next up, your arms, your legs. Bit by bit, your body starts logging off. There you are, lying on the ground, completely paralyzed, still bleeding from everywhere. And there's this delightful metallic taste that shows up in your mouth. Ever licked a battery? No idea why anyone would, but if you have, then you know exactly the taste I'm talking about. Wait, you thought the torture stops here? Wrong. When we're talking about the nervous system, that means your chest muscles are definitely joining the party too. Breathing becomes difficult. Not all at once, but in a terrifyingly slow way. It feels like someone's stacking layer after layer of steel on your chest. The painful suffocation builds little by little until you lose consciousness, and with oxygen levels dropping and losing a lot of blood, your body's organs begin shutting down one by one. A slow resignation of the systems that no longer have what they need to keep going. The heart holds out until the very end, making sure everyone else has given up, and it goes too. Have a nice trip to the other side. Russell's Viper Venom gives a more dramatic experience, combining internal and external bleeding, complete paralysis, and painful suffocation, all at once with a 50% discount for loyal customers. No one who's tried it ever complains, because they didn't live to do so. Great choice if you want that systematic organ failure experience, but still want to be done before dinner time. Though if you're the type who thinks quick deaths are for quitters, we have some more immersive options. Gaboon Viper, Death Slow Food Movements. For connoisseurs who want to really savor their mortality. As soon as the Gaboon Viper sinks its fangs into your skin, just like all the bites we've discussed, you feel a slight, simple sting, and your hand looks completely normal. For now, give it just a few short minutes and things start to get interesting. Your hand begins to feel a little tight. A gentle warmth creeps in, like heat slowly rising. You might not think much of it at first, but within moments the swelling becomes more obvious. The fingers transform into sausage cocktails, then graduate to bratwurst. The color of your hand slowly starts to change to red, and then a deep, terrifying black begins to spread across your skin. That's because the venom's cutting off blood flow to your tissues, and the hand starts dying slowly as it stops getting the oxygen and nutrients it needs. At this moment, you're probably staring at the sight, screaming in agony, discovering new curses you never knew you had in your vocabulary. It's nearly impossible to resist the pain that comes with this kind of internal destruction. The venom contains tissue-destroying enzymes that literally dissolve your flesh from the inside out, but slowly enough that you're fully awake to witness it happening. The pain only gets worse over time. It's the same pain someone might feel if their hand were dipped into a bucket of molten lava. Maybe even worse. Little by little, your skin starts to crack. Blisters form, filled with fluid. Then burst, exposing raw, decaying flesh underneath. That flesh begins to rot, and the smell that emerges is so aggressively unpleasant it could send anyone walking past your house running the other way. Moments later, the swelling creeps up your wrist and forearm. Your whole limb becomes grotesquely swollen, and the pain spreads with it, consuming every inch. Eventually, your arm becomes completely useless. Numbness creeps in as the muscles die and stop responding to your commands. Then the venom enters your bloodstream. Now it's no longer just your hand in danger. The venom starts attacking blood vessels throughout your entire body, causing them to leak internally. Your system begins to lose control. You feel dizzy, weak, lightheaded. Your body grows heavier with every second. Next, the fever sets in, spreading through your body. You begin to sweat cold, sticky beads that cling to your skin, even though it feels like you're burning up from the inside. Damaged vessels continue leaking, and your body keeps losing blood. Slowly but relentlessly. Your heart races, pounding violently in your chest, desperately trying to save you. It's working harder than a college student the night before finals, trying to maintain blood pressure and deliver oxygen to your failing organs. But in the end, it gives out. Gaboon Viper Venom doesn't kill you fast. It drags you through a slow, torturous process, breaking you down piece by piece. It's a journey that lets you feel every stage, from the swelling to the rotting and finally to the full internal collapse, until nothing remains but your lifeless body. Perfect if you want plenty of time to call your mother and apologize for all those missed birthdays. Very thoughtful of you, really. But maybe you're more of an intellectual type. Maybe you want to understand exactly what's happening to you. King Cobra, the PhD of snake deaths. This one believes in education through experience. When it shows up, it doesn't even need to jump at you. This 18-foot monster can easily lift a third of its body and stare you right in the eyes. Then, faster than you can blink, it sinks its fangs in and injects about 500 milligrams of venom into your body. Even just 1.5 milligrams can kill you. In case you wanted to gift the rest to your relatives. After dumping all its venom into your hand, it calmly slithers away, leaving you to deal with what comes next. You'd expect to feel intense pain and see swelling and puffiness on your hand after the bite, but sadly, this doesn't happen. You need to take a seat and wait 15 minutes to start living the real suffering. You'll begin feeling dizzy, and your vision will slowly become blurry. You'll lose your ability to blink, but keep your ability to panic. Your mouth will go numb. Your saliva will start to drool uncontrollably. If at this moment you're on the phone with your friend telling him what just happened, well, he probably won't hear the rest, because you're about to go mute any second. But no worries. You can still shoot him a quick text on WhatsApp to finish the story. Just gotta be fast, because your fingers won't cooperate for long. Oh, and you can even send your location so he can rush over and catch the action before it's over. After your fingers go numb and your phone slips right out of your hand, you'll start feeling your arms get heavier and heavier, as if you're carrying the whole Kardashian family at once. Then, when your arms go totally dead, your legs just forget how to keep you standing, and you end up hitting the ground. I guess this reminds you of the coral snake venom. If so, you're right. The king cobra venom also targets the nervous system, but the difference here is that you won't need to wait 12 hours to enjoy the experience, so you probably guessed what's coming next. You're gonna suffocate, and it's gonna hurt bad enough to make you wish you were a chair. Or maybe a bra. It depends on your preferences, and if that friend shows up at this point, do yourself a favor and don't let him try mouth to mouth. It won't do anything except make things awkward, since the real problem is your chest muscles have already called it quits. You have about 30 minutes of this brutal suffocation before you black out because your brain's not getting enough oxygen, and guess what happens after that? Yep, your heart taps out, and that's game over. An excellent choice if you're curious about neuroscience and want some hands-on learning before you go, though if you're still thinking all of this sounds too restrained, we do have one final option. Saw-scaled viper, for our most demanding clients who want the full premium experience. This one's the only snake on the list that hits you with straight-up pain the second it bites. We're talking the kind of pain that unlocks your inner poet, in swearing, even if you're on the phone with your dad right then. A few drops of blood pop up where it got you, followed by some nasty swelling and straight fire-red skin. Pain keeps leveling up by the minute. Try moving your arm for any reason, and it straight-up doubles on the spot. So yeah, might want to save that hype for another day. If you even get one. After a bite, the spot around the bite starts turning purple from all that blood building up underneath. Then your muscles start cramping like crazy. Then you get hit with a pounding headache, nausea, and the urge to throw up. Hopefully your lunch wasn't expensive. A couple minutes later, you'll start feeling wiped, like you've been running on zero sleep for a week straight. Your whole body feels heavy. Your head foggy. Everything begging for a rest. You won't even care where you are anymore. The ground will start looking real inviting, because your body just spent all of its energy trying to deal with the venom. And this is when the bruises start showing up everywhere. Once again, we're reminded of Russell's viper venom. And that's because both stop your blood from clotting and trigger internal bleeding all over your body. And guess what else? You'll bleed from every opening in your body. Eyes, nose, mouth, plus a few brand new holes the venom kindly creates just for the occasion. I mean, who needs wounds to bleed when your body already comes with built-in openings? The venom keeps destroying tissue and internal organs until a blood vessel in your brain bursts, giving you a cerebral hemorrhage and the worst headache of your life. Like, literally the worst. And after that, your heart stops. Perfect if you want your death to be memorable and really make an impression on whoever finds you. I've just spent 13 minutes helping you choose between different ways to die horribly. And you watched the whole thing. Now, before you make your final decision, there's one tiny detail I should mention. The more horrifying your death experience, the more likely you are to survive it. That was the plot twist. Choose wisely. My consulting fee is one subscription, and I also accept likes as tips. Thank you for choosing Death Advisory Services.